Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast, and today we're going to talk about N.O.R.E. and Drink Champs. Now, N.O.R.E. is a hip-hop host on the popular Revolt channel show called Drink Champs, and basically what they do is just bring in rappers, current, present, that are popping, whatever it is, and they have them on there, pay them respects, pay them homage, talk about hip-hop issues, all kinds of things. You know, they keep it within the lane of hip-hop while also paying homage and respect, that type of thing. It's a good show. I highly recommend checking it out. Recently, they brought on Kanye West. Okay, now we know how polarizing Kanye West has been. I did a video recently on him. And first, I'll say this: cool, I support free speech, freedom of thought, and freedom of expression. Doesn't mean that I have to agree with it. Doesn't mean that I have to support it. But hey, it should be your right to speak, right? So, anyways, he goes on Drink Champs because Kanye West's last public interview was on Tucker Carlson's. He did an interview with Tucker Carlson on Fox News. Okay, so he was supposed to do an interview on LeBron James's show. HBO show called The Shop. He did it. They scrapped it. They didn't want to air it. They believed that it was a lot of hate speech, anti-Semitic type of talk. They said, nah, we're good. They went ahead and pulled the plug. So here comes N.O.R.E. N.O.R.E. has a relationship with Kanye West. He's been on Drink Champs before. He decides to bring him on for this 3-hour plus interview. Now, I don't think Drink Champs is the type of platform to, I'll say this, they weren't equipped to have a Kanye West in this current state on their show. N.O.R.E. admitted that, he's not a journalist like that, but he is though. He is because he's been in the media for quite some time. So by default, there's some journalistic type of duties you need to kind of have in order to maintain the integrity of your platform and also to be able to facilitate the conversation better when you bring on a guy like Kanye West. And he did. He brought him on, and quickly it just kind of went a lot of south. See, free speech is cool until you start spewing factual things. Or you start spewing things that aren't factual, right? He mentioned that George Floyd died of fentanyl and not with the knee on his neck. He starts talking about a lot of the, anti-Semitic things as it relates to the Jewish community and stuff like that. That show was not equipped, and they dropped the ball on that. And now N.O.R.E. finds himself walking, trying to walk some things back and saying, hey, I should have been better, and by the time I could check him, especially on the George Floyd thing, I'm saying I was already drunk and his Drink Champs is not, think champs and stuff like that. Well, I mean, you bring on a guy like Kanye West. Don't you think this is the one episode that maybe you shouldn't drink as much? Maybe you shouldn't smoke as much. But no, they went ahead, they did the interview, and now they're getting a lot of blowback. And his whole reason, well, we had some Jewish people in the room, and if Kanye said anything, we were willing to pull the plug, or they would have told us, listen, do not put it on the Jewish members in that room to decide whether what they say is what Kanye West says is offensive or not. Kanye West is going to roll with it, and he's saying he didn't want Kanye West to leave. He didn't want to have a Birdman situation like the Breakfast Club did a few years back. I mean, bro, at the same time, protect your platform. If you're going to bring on a guy like Kanye West, then make sure that you're equipped. Make sure that you have a certain frame of questioning and stuff like that. That, hey, you can express yourself, but let's not really bring this up too much. Nah, they say, just open the floodgate. Let them just say whatever. You do more damage than good. I'm not saying that try to put a muzzle on Kanye West, but if you're going to bring him on your show, considering that all these other platforms decided to not bring him on, that you need to be careful with that, and now here we are, and he's receiving all this kind of blowback, and it's like, oh, well, Kanye's my friend, and I want to make sure that, we don't give up on him and stuff like that. Listen, some people you can't help. Okay. You can't save everybody in the black community. Okay. Some people are just going to be their own, and you're going to have to let them walk that plank and fall off by themselves. So, I hope this is a lesson for Drink Champs. It's a good show. I like N.O.R.E., but man, brother, you dropped the ball on this one, man. I know you want to get views. I know we're in a society where, okay, cool, let's get the most polarizing guy and let's go ahead and capitalize on that. At to what cost? Your credibility, your reputation, and now Revolt has to answer questions like this and stuff like that regarding bringing on Kanye and the blowback from his anti-Semitic comments and stuff like that. Again, I'm all for free speech, but when you bring on a guy who's bringing up misinformation about George Floyd and the Jewish community, bro, that's a dicey rope you on, man. So anyways, guys, please like, subscribe, comment. I am out.